My name is Kelly O'Neill. Today I'll be presenting my Servant Leadership Service Project reflection based on my volunteer service with the USL. This service project allowed me to apply servant leadership principles outside of my former military leadership role into a community service environment. During this presentation, I will explain how I selected this opportunity, how I served service members and their families, how I demonstrated servant leadership skills, and how this experience connects to Christian philanthropy, as well as my personal values and beliefs. I will also reflect on areas where I can continue growing as a servant leader. I selected this service opportunity because it strongly aligns with both my professional responsibilities and my personal values. As a chief in the U.S. Navy, mentorship is a fundamental part of my leadership role. Chiefs are expected to develop junior sailors not only professionally but personally. We are responsible for helping shape the next generation of leaders. Because of this, I felt naturally drawn to the opportunity where I could support new sailors and their families during major transitions. Transition periods can be very stressful, especially for junior sailors who may be experiencing independence, operational demand, or relocation for the first time. This opportunity allowed me to extend my mentorship outside of my direct command. It allowed me to demonstrate servant leadership by putting the needs of others first and help them to grow and succeed during challenging life changes. During my service project, I completed a total of 7 volunteer hours supporting service members and families. One of my primary roles was mentoring new sailors transitioning into fleet life. I provided guidance about expectations, available resources, and how to successfully adjust to military life and operational environments. My experience as Navy Chief allowed me to provide real-world advice and reassurance. I also helped support military families transitioning to new duty stations. Relocation can be stressful, and simply having someone provide information and reassurance can make a big difference. In addition, I helped to clean and prepare USO facilities to ensure service members had a safe and welcoming space. I also helped host morale building game night events, which help build community and reduce stress for service members and their families. Robert Greenlee emphasized that servant leadership is measured by whether those served grow as people. Specifically, he asked if they became healthier, wiser, freer, and more likely to serve others. Through mentorship and support, I helped new sailors gain confidence navigating a new environment. Many of my questions about expectations, resources, and long-term many of the questions were about the career development and expectations. Families gain access to resources and community connections that help reduce these stresses. This interaction supported emotional stability and independence. I believe that the sailors and families I supported became more confident, more informed, and more prepared to support others in the future. Greenleaf also challenged leaders to consider how service impacts the least privileged. In the military community, this often includes junior enlisted sailors and young military families. These groups may experience financial limitations, emotional stress, and lack of local support and systems. The USL helps bridge those gaps by providing free services, a safe place, as well as community support. By volunteering, I help to ensure these individuals help support and value. Even small acts like providing mentorship, conversations, or a safe environment so them and their significant others can reduce stress help to improve their overall well-being. During this service project, I demonstrated several key servant leadership skills. First was empathy. I listened to concerns and experience without judgment. Second was active listening, which helped build trust and connections. Third was stewardship, which I demonstrated by helping maintain facilities and shared resources. Fourth was commitment to the growth of others through mentorship and guidance. Finally, I helped build community through group events that encourage connections and belonging. These skills help influence others by creating trust, safety, and confidence. One of the things I did while I was there was I had a junior sailor who had just came from the area. He had just got there from Chicago, and he had no clue where to go, had no information about his command he was going to. Luckily, since I've been in the Navy for so long and I met so many different people, I was able to reach out to his gaining command and get him in contact with the people he needed, and they were actually able to come pick him up, and he didn't feel lost. He was actually very grateful that he actually just texted me a few hours ago to tell me again how thankful he was for me helping him, and he's doing great at his new command. T.W. Lewis describes Christian philanthropy using the 4 W's: who, what, when, and why. Who I served includes service members and military families. What I provided included mentorship, emotional support, and access to resources. When I served was during major life transitions, which are often stressful and uncertain times. Why I served was rooted in value of compassion, service to others, and helping others succeed. This service reflects faith-based values of caring for others and serving with humility and purpose. One of the biggest other reasons for the why is because when I first got to San Diego, just like the sailor I helped earlier, I had the same issue of getting in touch with my command, and I had a chief who was at the USO. They were his family, and he see how stressed I looked while I was there, and he actually helped me get in contact with the quarterdeck on my ship, so that way instead of just walking around aimlessly in San Diego, I was able to actually get to my command with no issues. This experience reinforced what leadership is about. My values, beliefs directly influence how I lead and serve others. Service before self is a core value for me. I believe leadership is demonstrated through actions, presence, and consistency. Servant leadership requires humility, compassion, and accountability. This experience reminded me that leadership does not stop when you leave your workplace or uniform. It is continuous commitment to serving others and supporting human dignity. While I demonstrated strong servant leadership, I can continue to grow by leading larger service initiatives, mentoring more formally, and increasing confidence in large groups and leadership roles. A few of these images are here represent the volunteer service supporting service members and families. These moments reflect servant leadership through action. They show mentorship, preparation, safe environment, and community building activities that help support military families and service members during stressful situations. A few of the pictures I included here. One of the pictures is myself as well as a few other chiefs as we were getting ready to go up there, and they were having an event and they wanted to show off the different uniforms of the branches, so we volunteered to go in our uniforms and show off the different uniforms that we wear throughout the year. Um, Another event we had, this is a picture from way before when I volunteered there, maybe last year, with the new chief selectees when they were going through. We had them actually do another common rodeo as well, and show that they can give back. As being a sailor, we were always an ambassador, so it was always our job to give back. And it's just as more pictures of other people that I work with as we were doing the mentorship project. I mean, not mentorship project, mentorship to those new chief selectees while we were going through the season. This is the last slide. So these references support the servant leadership and Christian philanthropy concept discussed in the presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. This service experience reinforced my commitment to leading through service and continue to grow as a servant leader.